Hello, 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 hello. You are now listening to episode 10. Episode 10 of my podcast. And if you don't know who I am, I don't know why you wouldn't know. But hi, my name is Vaughn Baptiste. I am a communications major that goes to Widener University. And all of the thoughts that I have on this podcast are mine. That's neither here nor there. Guys, we have made it to 10 episodes. Many podcasts don't really make it to that, and I am very, very proud of myself. I will be honest with you. When it comes to being creative, I have had a very struggling time with that within these four years, but I will say 100% when I decided to just jump off ship and immediately get this podcast started, I was not expecting to get to 10 episodes. And from what I've been seeing, with just like the engagement from other people, I know it's like not an exuberant amount of people that are watching my podcast or listening to my podcast, but I really appreciate y'all. Anybody who has came from any one of the posts that they have seen of me advertising the podcast, I truly appreciate every single one of you. But if this is your first time listening to the podcast, hi, this is the Zoom Out Podcast, episode 10. On this podcast, I talk about a various amount of things. It could be music, it could be games, it can be mental health, it could be just any topics that's going to be advice for the future. And then I also have certain people on this podcast that I bring on, teachers of mine or people that genuinely have made an impact in my life in a certain way. And this is basically like an audio diary. And that is really and truly why I kind of wanted to do this so much, because it makes it so that I have someone to talk to, which is you guys. Now, granted, obviously, I'm on campus, so it's just like I'm just sitting here talking into a microphone, and you know, you guys get to hear it every Thursday at 2:00. But I mean, it's really good to know that I'm recording this and I'm putting together actual stuff I want to talk about, because it's stuff that interests me. And then I send it out and you guys appreciate it. So yeah, this podcast is on Spotify, Apple Music, basically whatever you have. It's on iHeartRadio. You know what I'm saying? You can go ahead and listen to that on all of those platforms. And you can even you can email me at the Zoom Out Podcast. Oh, I'm sorry. The number one, the actual number, not just the way you spell it. The one Zoom Out Podcast at gmail.com if you want to talk about anything specific. And yeah. So today's media day, which basically means I'm just going to be talking about a lot of stuff that I have been paying attention to throughout the week, and hopefully you guys enjoy this. So without further ado, I'd just like to start off by saying, Mustard! Yes, indeed. I loved that album. Kendrick Lamar just dropped his GNX album, which is named after the Grand National car. It has some significance, but I haven't gotten like a full breakdown of every single song and every single like intricate thing about the album. I just have been listening to it for what it is, and I will say 100% this is a 9 out of 10 album. Arguably for me it's a 10, but I mean, hey, it's still really, really good. I just want to get some of the stuff out the way. Some of my favorite songs on there. Now granted, I like every single song on there, but specifically Reincarnated, where he has that Tupac flow and he's talking about these different people that he was being reincarnated as. I'm going to really quickly look up exactly who he was talking about in the actual song so that you guys can understand basically, like, I guess, like what he was talking about or who he was talking about. From an article that I'm currently reading, apparently some people are speculating that the first verse where he's talking about this guitarist that was a very talented musician and he faces some type of conflict with his father, then ends up being rebellious and then having a large success in the industry of music, and then ends up ultimately succumbing to greed and self-destruction and ended up dying with all of his money. People are speculating apparently that is Jackie Wilson. And then in the second verse, he's talking about a woman who was on the Chicklin circuit, a seductive vocalist who, despite immense talent, falls victim to heroin addiction and ends up dying because of it. and people believe that to be Billie Holiday. And then in the third verse, he ends up talking about himself. It says he reconciles with his father and reflects on his career as a rapper. And then the dialogue between Kendrick and a higher being, in some way that could be God, deals with ego, forgiveness, and understanding one's role in influencing. And specifically with that part, something I realized, like that, something that I found really interesting when it came to that verse. He was talking to God, and he was going back and forth, and then he started explain, because God wanted him to explain like all of the things that he's done and what he does it for. And then he starts listening it. I kept 100 institutions made, and then God says, "Okay, tell me more." I put 100 hoods on one stage, and okay, tell me more. I'm trying to push peace in LA. And then he says, "But you love war." He immediately claps back, "No, I don't." "Oh, yes, you do." It's just like the way that he said the "oh, yes, you do." It's just like, it's like there's that little, like, that juggling act of being like, oh, wait, like I'll have all of these things that are going good, but there's still a lot of like hate in my heart. And then there's a part where he says, "Every individual is only a version of you. How do you expect forgiveness, but there's no forgiveness in your heart?" And that line really hit. So yeah, I wasn't even planning on going on this whole tangent about what the song meant. I might end up going on a breakdown at some point, but that song was just really good, and I thoroughly enjoyed that song, which is why it's one of my favorites. Squabble Up, oh my, reincarnated, I was stargazing, life goes on, I need all my babies. That was really good. I was very much expecting to hear Squabble Up during the fame of Not Like Us, and we'll get into that a little bit later, but I really enjoyed the fact that he decided, like right after that first song, actually on the album called Whacked Out Murals, where he's talking about a slew of different things, which we'll get into as well. I really appreciated the fact that he just basically threw us a bone. He was just like, "All right, you guys wanted this. Obviously, y'all, there was some good reception from the beginning of the Not Like Us music video when I teased it. I'll throw y'all guys the song." And the song ended up coming out, and it's so good. I fully have listened to that and the entire album like on a loop since that Friday that it came out, and oh my god, that was such a good album, and that specific song is really, really good as well. Man at the Garden, oh my god, another great song. That song specifically, it moved me a little bit, and the reason is because during the entire song he's kind of just talking about like a bunch of things that he believes that he deserves. Like he believes that he deserves all of the good deeds, all of the achievements that he's done, and like even if you aren't really paying attention to the way that the song is being, like the lyrics as which he's saying, regardless of what he's saying in that song, you are still hearing at the end of that line him saying, "I deserve it all." And it's like, it really empowers you. Like that shit make me feel like a man, bro. Like it's just like I deserve to be able to do the shit that I'm doing. Like, and it makes me kind of feel like I deserve to be where I am. Like that's just the kind of feeling that music brings out of me. Like it immediately brings me into a moment that I can relate to. So when he says like, "I deserve it all," after every single line, now I'm starting to just think of all of the stuff that I've done, all of the achievements that I've gotten, even though to me it doesn't seem like a lot. It still has been it's been good. I've been doing some pretty good stuff. I even started this podcast, which is amazing. My first film I ever did, I got an award for it immediately. That was my first one that I ever created, and I got an award for it. And then I like with that alone, I ended up doing voiceovers for it, which most likely got the reward. You know what I mean? So it's just like, that song made me definitely think about how good I've been doing, and yeah, it just helped a lot. I'm not even gonna lie to you guys. And then there's Luther with SZA, which was them two on a song will always slap. They've done it with All the Stars. They've done it with a couple songs. I think there's one song off Damn that he had with SZA. Maybe I'm blanking on names. I'm so sorry, but yeah, it's every time you hear a song with SZA and Kendrick, it's just like they mesh very well, and it works out. And also, speaking of that song as well, the sample, which is If This World Were Mine by Luther Vandross, and I'm not trying to get the name wrong, so let me look this song up very quickly. If This World Were Mine with, I believe her name is Cheryl Lynn. I believe that's how you pronounce it. But yeah, so that was a really good song. And I'm glad that I actually listened to that song after I listened to the sample, like the actual song that Kendrick made. I'm glad that I went and actually listened to that song by Luther Vandross, because I never heard that, and apparently it was a very popular song and I never heard it. So I'm very glad that I ended up listening to it, because it was great. I listened to it like a solid 10 times since I first listened to the album. But yeah, it was great. I loved it so much. Luther Vandross, of course, legend. I haven't heard Cheryl Lynn before, but like after that song, yeah, I thoroughly enjoyed that. But yeah, and then right after that is Dodger Blue, and that has a couple features on it. I believe it was, if I'm remembering correctly, Roddy Ricch, I know that was on there. And then there were some other ones that were, I think, AZ Chike, some LA rappers, and they were really good. Like, there was a lot of good verses on there from Kendrick, and also the features that were on the chorus. Yeah, it was really good. But really and truly, all of the songs were great for me. Like, from top to bottom, on my Apple Music, I have all of them favorited. So yeah, they're all great. Now, I didn't quite particularly at the start like the GNX song with Young Threat, Hitta, and Peso. It was just like the beat kind of was losing me a little bit. But to be honest with you, after like a while of letting this song kind of like fester in my mind, like kind of, because like I said, I listened to the album over and over again, like almost every single day since that Friday, just so I can like digest everything that I'm listening to and really, really like understand which songs that I really like. And to be honest with you, after a while of listening to it, I don't know if you want to call it like me tricking my brain into liking it, but like, I don't love the beat, but it's a good beat. It just has like, it's an acquired taste, I think. And then I just like the fact that on the chorus, Kendrick is doing his normal like vocal inflections, and at a certain point he says, "Hey, I'm tripping and I'm loving it." Like, I've said it since I listened to the album, like he has fully embraced the crash out, and I fully like it. I like it so much. Peso had a good verse. Hitta also had a good verse. I think it was Young Threat. His verse at the end, where there's it's like the normal chorus and there's the beat, and then when Young Threat comes in, the bass goes out, or the drums go out, and then all of a sudden you hear, "It's getting down to the wire, get on my body, build a shit, get down with the pliers, and going back to back hits, hottest nigga in time, and with some rock star niggas, they want Lizzie McGuire." Like, it's just the way that he was rapping. At first I didn't really like it, but honestly at this point I actually don't have a problem with it, to be honest with you. It's a good song. Every single song on the album, I will say, is 7 and up. I'm of the belief that there's not really any skips on the album other than GNX, but even GNX is still good to me at this point. But like I said earlier, those were a couple songs that I really liked. Of course, the SZA features were fantastic. A feature that I really liked, which was on Hey Now, was Dodie 6. His verse was crazy. Like his flow was really good. Cadence was really good. He sounded like he meant everything he was talking about, and yeah, it was really, really good, and I thoroughly enjoyed it. And I might end up listening to some of his music. So I mean, if I end up coming on here and talking about a Dodie 6 album or something like that, y'all be ready for that. Y'all know that like this is one of the spots that I will talk a lot about music, because it's one of my favorite things to talk about. Now, because of it being Kendrick Lamar, obviously there's controversy with Kendrick Lamar. If you guys don't know already, he's going to be he's going to be performing at the Super Bowl halftime in February, I believe, which would be great for an early birthday present. Is that Glaze? I don't know. Anyway, so he got set up for that because of obviously this phenomenal year that he had. with this whole Drake beef. And like with the pace that he went throughout this year, yeah, I don't even blame them for choosing him. But in turn of choosing him for the halftime show, obviously because it's going to be based in New Orleans, Lil Wayne, who is from there, has an issue with that. Because he basically wanted to have that opportunity, and to him, he started saying stuff like, he kind of started going on a little pity tour and talking about how, there's like, y'all wanted, like, y'all decided that I wasn't enough for it. Like, I feel like I let my mom, this, that, and the third. Like, it just seemed like he was just having like a little pity party, just like getting upset about it, which he has a right to, like, maybe be a little bit upset. But then again, apparently, like, it really wasn't in the cards for him, obviously. Like, he probably wasn't even in the conversation to be up there, even though he's a fantastic artist and he's one of the legends. But like, I don't think they really wanted that. Also, because of Lil Wayne having that little pity party, everybody on social media was just sitting there going back to his other performances where he's just like screaming "Don't Stop" at one of the songs, and it just sounds so crazy. So it's just like, and when you look at the other performances, it's just like, bro, I don't know what's going on. And then because of that, he went on this whole pity tour or whatever. When Kendrick came out with his album, he came out with a song called Whacked Out Murals, which actually is a strong intro to the album. The beat was really good. I thoroughly enjoyed everything he was talking about. And one part that he was talking about, that, which is why I'm even bringing up Lil Wayne in the first place, was because he said, used to bump the Carter 3, I held my Rolly chain proud. Irony, I think my hard work let Lil Wayne down. Basically, he said that even though he works this hard to get to where he is, the main person that he looked up to when he was younger and coming up in rap didn't even congratulate him. He just kind of just started being upset that he wasn't the one to get it. So Kendrick is just sitting there like, bro, I just got the opportunity, and instead of congratulate me, you're making it seem like I should, like it was stripped away from you, like it was robbed from you, like I took that opportunity out of your hands. That's just not what happened. And for some odd reason, I'm not gonna lie, the internet is so stupid, because for some reason when people heard that, they made it seem like he was dissing him. I don't know how. Irony, I think my hard work let Lil Wayne down, whatever though. Is it the whatever though that made y'all think that he was dissing him? I mean, if that's the case, then that's y'all. But I mean, I don't understand it. After he then said that on that song, Lil Wayne gonna post a tweet, and I'm gonna pull it up real quick, because it was just like, he made it seem like as a response, he made it seem like he didn't even say anything. Like on his Twitter, he proceeded to type, "Man, WTF did I do? I just be chilling and they still come from my head. Let's not take kindness for weakness. Let this giant sleep. I beg you all. No one really wants destruction, not even me. But I shall destroy if disturbed. On me, love." And I'm like, that was your response to that? What do you mean they coming for your head? He sat here and said, irony, that I did what I wanted to do and I got this great opportunity, and you sitting here upset about it. And he's just like, okay, I guess I'll let you down. That sucks, but okay, whatever. Like, how is that taking your kindness? What are you talking about, Lil Wayne? Like, what do you mean? Like, you're one of the ghosts, but like, my God, bro, that is not like he made it seem like he didn't even say anything. What you mean? What did I do? You just had a whole pity party last week about this. You just had a whole pity party, like not even 2 weeks ago, being upset that you ain't got this video on your live where you're just sitting there crying about it, and then on top of that, you going on stage and talking about it too. What do you mean? What did I do? You made a whole fuss about it, and now Kendrick is responding with, "Hey, bro, okay, I guess I let you down. Maybe that's what happened. I guess okay." But then on the same song, he also I don't think it was really a shot. But he threw kind of a shot at Snoop Dogg as well, and there's a whole reason why I'm even bringing up this whole topic. But there's he threw a shot at Snoop Dogg because when Drake came out with Taylor Made, that terrible song with the AI of Tupac and Snoop Dogg's voice that Drake was rapping over, when he did that on that song, Snoop Dogg then decided, I guess, to post Taylor Made on his socials or whatever like that, and Kendrick had an issue with that too, and he said that he said in the song Whacked On Murals, he also said Snoop posted Taylor Made, I pray it wasn't edibles, I couldn't believe it was only right for me to let it go. So I mean, he was sitting there, I guess Kendrick during this whole situation is just like, damn, nobody gonna congratulate me on everything that's going on. This dude over here caping for this Canadian that just ripped off his name and also Tupac's name. It's just like, that's crazy. But the whole reason why I'm even talking about that is because like it's the difference in responses. Like it's a bad answer and then like a good response to something. Because when Kendrick came out with that Whacked Out Mural song and talked about Snoop Dogg, Snoop's response on Twitter was not some "what did I do?" That man immediately was like, "Hey bro, you got it. It was the edibles." He was like, "You got it, bro. It was the edibles." And I'm like, I mean, at least he played into it. Even if it's like on some chill stuff, it's just like, "Hey man, it was the edibles. My fault, gang. That was kind of crazy. I apologize." And then I saw a video about him giving him his props and stuff like that. So it was just like, Snoop was just like, "Yeah, my fault, bro." That was kind of crazy, I guess. But yeah, seeing as though I was talking about Drake a little bit, I guess I'll just throw this little thing in there. I don't know too much about the whole lawsuit that Drake is starting to try to levy on not even Kendrick for some odd reason. He's throwing it over to Spotify and UMG about it. So he wants to sue UMG and Spotify for basically the hype that Not Like Us got. He believes that they pressed a button to inflate the streams and stuff like that. Now, granted, I feel like it's pressing the button is just like they promoted the song, and if that's what happened, sure. But like Drake, are we really calling the kettle black right now? Like, are we really being the pot that's calling the kettle black? Because you know damn well you don't belong on no country playlist. Like, I saw the amount of pictures on Spotify of him being on a random playlist that he should have no reason being in, and it was just like, bro, you were inflating most of your stuff too, probably. And all of us, and like, I feel like even if there's a chance that Kendrick ends up like, oh yeah, this is exactly what happened, like, it didn't inflate all of them, because there was people all around the world that were calling you a PDF file. Like, that's what, like, you can't really fake that, because like that song was quite literally all over the place. You could not walk a block without hearing somebody blowing their speakers out listening to it in their car or something. So it's just like, I don't know how you can even throw that out there. But, and then he's also doing a defamation case, not on Kendrick. He's doing a defamation case on Spotify because they knew what was going to happen. They knew what Kendrick was going to be talking about. So they could have stopped it, and they didn't, because they did this, that, and the third. And I'm just like, bro, you're making this worse. And that's why right after that, I immediately in my notes put Not Like Us is back in rotation for most Kendrick fans and most fans in general who just don't really like Drake, because like now, because you making this big fuss about it, people are going to definitely be the bots that you swear they are at this point. People are going to go ahead and listen to that song now times 10. Like, there's no doubt about it. There's like, I've seen so many videos on TikTok, and I know TikTok isn't everything, but like, I've seen so many think pieces and stuff like that where it's just like, bro, you doing this whole defamation lawsuit, this, that, and the third, you are going to make it so much worse. You're going to dig yourself a bigger hole. Even Zero from the movie Holes can't even like compete with you. Like, you're doing too much at this point. If you would have just moved on and like got in the booth and started going back to your music and stuff like that, being Drake with the melodies, that would have been fine. But like, now all of a sudden you're doing this, so now you're just going to be going all the way back down to where we already thought you were when it came to Not Like Us. And the thing is, on Kendrick's album, that nigga ain't even he talking about him a little bit, but it's just like, You know what I'm saying? And he's doing this now so that he could probably just like, apparently it was said that he also basically did this so that he didn't perform the song Not Like Us at the Super Bowl. And I think at this point, with this album that he just came out with that Kendrick just came out with, he ain't gonna need to. He's not gonna need to, because everybody's just gonna be screaming mustard and it doesn't matter. I swear to God, that song, it was called, what was it? Turn the TV Off. That's actually another one of my favorites. I don't know why I didn't put that in there, but yeah, like that TV Off song, that was a banger. I gotta be honest with you. Like, from the beat selection, the switch up, Kendrick just being goofy as he normally is and just screaming mustard, which was such a great thing for DJ Mustard, because I know that it's going to give him so much more light. And that is something that needs to happen in music. They need to shout out their producers way more, because the producer nowadays is the main reason why some of these people are like as hype as they are. Like, Yeat wouldn't be Yeat if it wasn't for his beats. Absolutely not. Playboi Carti probably wouldn't be Playboi Carti without his beats. Lil Uzi, anybody, bro. There's anybody. The beat is literally the only thing that, like, if you take that away, what are they gonna do? Like, I mean, there's probably some type of talented person that could do it, but like, bro, like, the music speaks for itself at that point. So yeah, that was great. And then on top of it, just like the way he was rapping on TV Off, he was going crazy. The one of the parts that I like, it was just like some certain moments that just kind of like made me laugh a little bit. He said, hey, black out if they racked out. Yeah, I did that. Hey, what's that though? I heard a niggas standing on it, niggas in they bofos. Like, it was so fire. I as you can tell throughout this 30 minutes I've been talking about this goddamn album, I thoroughly enjoyed it. And I've been listening to it for like 2 straight weeks. And that's why my last and final point about this album is, for the love of God, let albums stick with you for longer than just like a couple days or a week. Go back and listen to the album over and over again. I'm not saying you have to like every single song, but go back on the songs that you liked. Don't immediately go to something else. Like, sit with that. Have that in your rotation for a little bit. If you hear an album that you really like, or you hear a couple songs that you really like, stick with those songs. Like, really think about the songs that you're listening to and like understand the message maybe a little bit, depending on who you're listening to. But then go back and just like listen to the full album in its full context, and maybe you'll come back with some other songs that you like from the album that kind of grow on you, maybe, because songs being able to grow on you is the whole reason why music, I believe, in my opinion, is a thing. It's supposed to grow with you. It's supposed to be something that you sit with and you listen to over and over again, and you pick out different pieces of why you like a song. That's why I love talking about music so much, because it's actually something that really drives me and what like helps me out throughout my life. Like, I swear to God, like, I love melodies, I love piano, I love bass, I love all of these different instruments. I love when really good vocalists are able to use their vocal cords and sing beautifully. Another album that is a beautiful representation of that is the Flow album that just came out, which is called, I believe, Access All Areas. And it's a girl group from the UK, and they are really good. Like, all of their vocals really mesh together. One has a very higher pitched voice, one has a mid range, and then a low range a little bit. It's just like a good mesh, and all of their beats are really, really good together. And I just feel like whenever it comes to music, those things are super important to pay attention to, because there's a reason why you like that album. There's a reason why you like that song. There's a reason why you like that snippet. You get what I'm trying to say? Like, it's more than just, oh, okay, like, this is something I could bop my head to. I be feeling music. Like, it's something that I genuinely enjoy. And that might be just because of like how I grew up listening to music, because like, I mean, I don't know, but I think because I like the production of music so much, I think that's why I like it. And yeah, I know I'm going on a whole nother tangent, but yeah, I have such a strong feeling when it comes to sticking with the music that you're listening to. Like, especially, oh my God, and this is another thing that irritates me with the people that listen to music nowadays. They swear to God, like, oh wait, T-Pain still makes music. Oh wait, Beyonce still makes. If you don't know Beyonce making music, that's kind of crazy. But oh wait, Usher's still making songs. Oh wait, Neo's still making songs. Oh wait, this person, that person, this songs. If you haven't watched Snowfall, go watch that. Anyway, I just believe that, like, in my personal opinion, when it comes to music, you should be able to, like, stick with the artists that you liked when you were younger. Like, I know, like, I haven't listened to, all that other rap music that I've been listening to, like Hobson and Tech N9ne and all those types of rappers. Like, I didn't listen to them a while ago. Now, granted, people nowadays will call them corny, but I enjoyed them, and I probably will still enjoy them if I listen to them. But when it comes to listening to the songs, it's just like, if you enjoyed that person, if you enjoyed that artist when you were younger, like if you listened to a T-Pain song and that was your ish for like a solid week, I ain't saying you gotta be on top of everything they put out, but like, that's the reason why I follow the people that I listen to. That's the reason why I follow T-Pain. That's the reason why I follow Chris Brown. That's the reason why I follow Mac Ayres. That's the reason why I followed Kendrick Lamar. That's the reason why I follow Smino, who I'm going to talk about in a little bit, because that is like, if they're dropping more music, I want to evolve with the artists that I really enjoy. That's why, like, I've been listening to JID for like a couple years now, and I thoroughly have enjoyed through all 3 albums that he's came out with: The Forever Story, DiCaprio 2, and The Forever Story. Well, no, I think I said the Forever Story twice. I meant The Never Story. And then, actually, I just listened to his DiCaprio 1 album, which I think was like one of his first albums. That was a really good album too. And because I'm now able to like go on and listen to all of these different songs that he's came up with, that's why he's my favorite artist, because I was able to listen to all of the songs that he came up with when he was still starting, all the way up to right now, where I'm waiting for him to drop another goddamn album. It's been 2 years, nigga. Lock in, drop, please. Anyway, slow down. Basically, what I'm trying to say is, for the love of God, let the music that you are hearing stick with you. Go another week listening to the album that you really like. Go another week listening to the song that you really like. If it's on repeat, it's on repeat for a reason. Enjoy it for as long as it's in your rotation. You can throw it out at some point, but like, understand why you actually like the music. And that's actually another thing I might want to do with this podcast. I might just want to like kind of do a little deep dive into certain songs that I really like, and just like explain my mindset with it, because it's just like, there are reasons why I like the songs. Now, granted, when I come on this podcast and I start talking about the certain type of things, I end up just like saying, oh, I like it because like the beat's good, this, that, and third. But it's just like, I want to be able to expand the reasoning as to why I like the song. I want to expand the reasoning as to why I am enjoying such an album as the Kendrick album. Like, I know people want to sit here and be like, hey, bro, you're glazing. That's fine. If you want to say I'm glazing because I like the album this much, fine. It's okay, because I've been talking about it for 36 minutes, so I get it. But that's because I love music. And when it comes to music, for me personally, Kendrick Lamar is one of my favorite rappers. So it's like, you want me to just be the one that listens to like every one of these other rappers? You want me to sit here and listen to what? Like, no, I want to listen to the stuff that actually moves me. Like, and I feel like that's such like an old nigga take, but it's like, that's just kind of how I feel. So that's why, like, whenever I'm listening to these artists that I'm listening to, I really pay attention to every single facet of what's going on in the song. I pay attention to the drum patterns. I'm paying attention to the beats. I just said the same thing twice. I'm listening to the melodies, what piano they're being, well, not like specifically what piano's being used, but like the different chords that they're doing, what chord progressions I'm hearing, what type of, I'm talking like, I go really in depth with why I like a song, because it's not just on some flat out like thing. It's just, there's more than just like that. And that's why I want to be able to do that as much as possible. So ending that conversation on there, I'm currently recording this on the Thursday, well, no, actually the Wednesday before this comes out. And tomorrow, by the time this episode comes out, tomorrow, Smino, one of my other favorite artists that are in the same vein as JID, he's dropping an album. I'm very excited for that one. I haven't heard anything from him really and truly since the Love for Rent album that he came out with during the same year, 2022, I believe. I can't wait to hear some of the songs, because the Love for Rent album, I'm blanking on the name of the album. It was like I can't remember it. It had Wild Irish Rose on it. I'll have to look it up, but I thoroughly enjoyed that. There was a lot of good songs on there. I think the album I'm thinking about, for me personally, there's like a solid 10 albums before 10 songs before you get to like one skip, for me personally. And that's why, I enjoyed that album, and I enjoyed the Love for Rent album. It was highly in my rotation when it came out. And then on top of it, he even had like a little teaser of him and Samara Sin just riding in the car, and they just chilling, listening to some music, or like listening to a snippet from one of the songs that might be on the album. I thoroughly enjoyed all of that. I'm very hyped to see what Samara Sin and Smino do, because off of Samara Sin's last album, it was really good. So I mean, I'm always ready for some new music, man. Now, I mean, I'll real quick talk about the other songs that I want to talk about before I end up getting into my next topic. I started re-listening to, because I went to a vinyl con with my girlfriend. It was really good. They had a lot of good stuff in there. And I ended up coming out with some pretty good albums. I came out with a vinyl by the name of Songs of the Key of Life by Stevie Wonder. Such a great album. I even have the little small disc, the 7-inch disc for it, not disc, vinyl for it. That has like a couple extra songs on it, and it was really good. I love that album. It's one of my favorite albums now. Stevie Wonder always got it. He always got some great songs. Clap it up for Stevie. Clap it up for Stevie. Clap it up for Stevie. Great artist. Always will be, always is. And I also walked out of there with a album from, I'm trying to remember, Off the Wall album by Michael Jackson, because I already have the Thriller album, and that Off the Wall album, really good. I mean, it's Michael Jackson, so I mean, I can't really sit here and act like that wouldn't be the case, but it was really good. I'm really enjoying this record this record collection that I'm starting to procure, or I'm starting to create, because it's just a lot of good music that I haven't gotten my hands on. And now that I'm able to go back and listen to all of these albums that I've never listened to, or all of these artists that I've never listened to, I've barely ever listened to Aretha Franklin. I have a 1980 to 2014 best of from her. I can't wait to listen to that. I have just listened to the Quincy Jones album titled The Dude. That was a great album too. There's a couple songs on there. Bet You Wouldn't Hurt Me is a great one. That's on that album. And then on top of that, Razzmatazz. I know that name is kind of a crazy name for a song, but if you guys listen to the album, you guys will definitely enjoy it. Hopefully, if you listen to this podcast. And then I also left there with I'm trying to remember. I don't know. I don't remember which specific ones I came out with, but yeah, they were really good. I listened to all of them on my record player, and I thoroughly enjoyed it. Sarah got some stuff too. Some stuff with her mom and stuff like that. So yeah, I feel like we had a great time going to that vinyl con, and if I end up finding another one, I will thoroughly, or not, I'm sorry, I keep saying thoroughly, I will definitely go ahead and give that one a listen. Or give that vinyl con a chance, depending on where it is. But I have been talking about music for dang near an hour almost. So now I would like to talk about Arcane. I haven't really digested the entire show just yet. I might have to go back and listen and watch it again. But great show. Honestly, I thoroughly enjoyed it. That's my favorite word. But yeah, I definitely enjoyed it. I highly recommend it to anybody who's listening. I know that the idea of like League of Legends isn't really everybody's taste. It's not even my taste, because I mean, I tried to think about playing it and my computer immediately said no. So I mean, if you don't end up playing, if you don't like the game, you might be skeptical about watching this go. Watch the show. It's a really good show. One thing I want to say specifically for my homie Jamil, if you're listening, it's definitely Jinx and Gecko. You know what I'm saying? Top 2. You know what I'm saying? They are the greatest people on the show. They are the most well-rounded characters in the show. I really like their dynamic as well. It's basically on some little brother, little sibling type energy, or even, which is a crazy comparison that I'm about to make right after saying that, but like even on some like, they have, as they grow up, they turn into like they end up creating a bond, and they might be ending a relationship, but like they just have that really fun connection with each other. That's really what I'm trying to say. And the bad part about that is that for some odd reason, Netflix decided that they needed to cut the episodes short a little bit, because apparently they had 60 extra minutes of playtime for those two characters. And also, I'm not trying to have any like spoilers. So if you're listening, you don't have to worry about that, other than maybe a little bit later. I'll give fair warning when I start saying it, but if once I say that, you guys can like skip ahead like 30 seconds, because I'm gonna be talking about some definite stuff. So I mean, maybe I might have been wrong, but still, yeah, Jinx and Gecko, great characters. I thoroughly enjoyed them. Jinx is specifically my favorite, because I fully believe that she specifically fully had every right to do what she did. She had every right to go down the path that she did, especially since it was a messed up path. And everyone that was in the show kind of set her up for it. And I'm not mad at Jinx whatsoever. Gecko, his story was great too. Also him being like the person that uses like a time loop. They showed his time looping abilities very, very good. I really, really, really enjoyed that. All right, so here is this is spoiler territory. Okay, spoiler territory. So you guys can skip ahead an extra minute. I'm not sure, but fair warning. I will tell you when you can come back. Isha, even though you were in like 3 episodes, Isha, the little girl in the show that started following around Jinx, kind of just like shadowing how Jinx ends up being, even though, you know what I'm saying, she was there for like a very short amount of time. I really enjoyed her. Like I enjoyed her being that little piece that like helps Jinx like grow as a character. Like there was a lot of character development that Isha brought in, and I really, really liked her character, and I'm super upset that she's dead. The way that she died was so freaking stupid. It wasn't stupid. I mean, it was kind of cool, but like the way it happened, I'm just like, bro, why did you have to do that? Because I really enjoyed her just being that little sidekick character for Jinx. Like Jinx's whole demeanor was rubbing off on her. You know, granted, that might not be a great thing, but I mean, still, it's just like, bro, she was so cool up until the end, bro. And I'm gonna definitely definitely miss that character. I also want to say next, I completely and utterly have no care in the world for Vi. I'm gonna be honest. That might be a little hot take, but I have no care for Vi, nor Caitlyn, to be honest with you. Caitlyn just seemed like an asshole during the entire show. Granted, she's on the opposite side of the, I believe it was Gone or Bon. I don't remember what it's called, but the war between like Bon and the overworld or whatever it was called. They were on opposite sides. So, I mean, obviously Caitlyn would be on the side of like, oh, we think we're doing great, but also we're kind of effing over the people that are in the underworld or something like that. So it's just like, I don't know. She was an asshole. And then Vi, to be honest with you, I'm gonna be honest, she is the reason why Jinx crashed out. She is the reason why Jinx crashed out. 100%. Fight me on that. Or argue with your mama. I don't care. She is. Jinx Jinx wanted to be able to help. Like, well, granted, she was called Powder back then, but like, she wanted to help. She wanted to be there with the family, and basically everyone left her to her own devices, and she was like mad young, so she felt like she was being left out. She wanted to help them, and also she was already going through a bunch of mental problems as a little kid, because I mean, Milo and. Well, no, it was really just Milo that was consistently calling her a Jinx because she would just mess up, and she started to take that super seriously, and she was really upset because of Milo like ragging on her, calling her a Jinx and stuff like that, and just kind of hating on her on the side. And then on top of that, I just kind of like, it's just like after all of that, and her trying to help. I mean, granted, she ended up making it really, really bad for Vander, because during this entire situation where they were being like captured, like Vander got captured by Silco, and they were about to kill Vander, and it was just like a whole thing. And then the gang tried to help Vi and Milo, and I don't remember what the other guy's name is. They tried to save Vander, and then they were able to, but they were getting closed in on, and there was like a big ass fucking a big ass monster that was right in front of the door, bashing it open. And then Jinx ended up coming in and then trying to help, and ended up going really badly. And then at the end of that whole situation, honestly, I'm just mad. I guess the reason why I'm mad at Vi for like getting an attitude with Jinx, like when she was younger and when Vander ended up dying that first time, which I'll get into in a little bit. Don't y'all worry. I just feel like it was just like, bro, what are you upset at her for? Like, I can't be mad at her. She wanted to help. We left her. Like, you telling me I left this child who's already going through shit mentally in the house because I didn't want her to like try to help. And like with the way that Vi even is as a character, she has literally been instilling the idea of fighting the good fight, or like fighting for what's right and stuff like that when it comes to her trying to like when it came to her trying to help Vander. It literally, like, her whole thing was trying to make it so that she could fight for what she needed to do. And in turn, of course, you're going to end up rubbing that off onto freaking little Powder. Of course you're going to. So of course she's then going to, if there's an issue that she ends up finding out, she's going to want to help. And what do you mean you're going to be upset at her for, and you're going to smack the shit out of her and then be confused as to why when she grew up, she hated your ass? Like, what are we talking about? That's why I say Jinx fully embraced the crash out, and I don't blame her. I don't blame her. She lost her mind when she was a young kid, and then ended up being even more taught by Silco of all people. So like, it was kind of doomed to begin with. I'm gonna be honest. And then there's I'm gonna move on now with my hatred for Vi. I don't even hate her like that. It's just like, that whole thing just made me so upset. And then she ended up like finding Caitlyn, and Jinx ended up having an issue because she thought that she was being replaced with Caitlyn, and it was a whole thing. It's just, I don't know. If you have watched the show, you know kind of where I'm getting at. I don't like them. They are annoying. And it would have been better if there was no little random ass sex scene and we had that extra couple of minutes from the Jinx and Gecko situation. That's all I'm saying. I liked their relationship way more than I even cared about Vi and Caitlyn whatsoever. Like, that just felt like a thing that was going to end up ending at some point. But I mean, I guess. just as a quick side note, Ambessa, the character Ambessa, which was Mel's mother, actually the both of them, they were fire characters. Oh my god, specifically Ambessa though, because she was a demon the whole time. She was whooping ass, and I thoroughly enjoyed it. I'm not gonna lie, the show's illustration, like the people who animated it, drew it up, all that type of stuff, they did a fantastic job, because the show looks so good. Like aesthetically it looks amazing. Even the little moments, even like specifically with Jinx and Gecko, with their little moments, especially at the end of the show, where if you haven't watched it, don't listen to what I'm saying, where they're coming back to basically save everybody from this little war that Ambessa actually pretty much headlined. The fighting scenes and all of that, it just looked so good. But what I was trying to say was Ambessa, she was whooping ass. Like, even she was whooping Caitlyn's ass to be specific as well, but like she was going crazy. Mel, great character. Her arc was pretty good. Yeah, it was just some crazy stuff going on in the show entirely. I just want to get my shit off real quick. So if you're still listening, I am sorry. I'm about to get super upset for like 5 seconds. Don't worry about it. They hoed my dog Vander so much in the he had 4 different opportunities to rest, and bro just could not rest. They killed him 3 times. Number one, the situation where he almost got, where he was basically saving the kids, and also like got kidnapped when that happened. This nigga literally was trying so hard. He ended up dying the first time. Yeah, sure, that's fine. He then has the chance to be fine, right? No, he ends up getting taken by this dude named, what was his name? I hate that dude too. I don't remember his name. Fuck that dude. The dude with the mask and the bald head. I hate him. The dude that was like reviving that axolotl early on in the show. Like, I hate him because he ended up getting a good ending at the end of the show, and I hate that because he was the evil villain during the entire time. Now, granted, in the grand scheme of things, the villain getting a good story, kind of cool, but no, you know what I mean? Like, anyway, but yeah, number one, you thought that would have been fine, right? Nope, he ends up getting taken by that dude, and then immediately afterwards, he ends up getting pumped with a whole bunch of juices and shit, and ends up becoming this in between of a man and a beast, like I don't even know what he was. That man was, he was crazy. Claws and all that. He was about to. That was a demon if I saw one. I ain't gonna lie to you. And then after that, he ends up, like, through more of the shit in the show happening, he ends up dying for another time. You think he was gonna be fine at that? Oh no. Then you got Jesus over here named Victor, who's gonna come over and revive his dead body again, take over his soul. He ended up losing, Vander ended up losing himself in the beast, and also losing his memory of Vi or Jinx, and then ending up going and like there ends up being like a whole scene where his now basically lifeless body is now going over and fighting with Jinx and Vi, and now he ends up dying again at the end. It's just like, oh my god, leave my dog alone, Jesus Christ. I'm sorry, I don't think I've regulated my emotions with that episode yet. I have to rewatch the entire thing, but yeah, to come to a close on that, everyone can come back now. I'm done crashing out. It's fine, everybody. I'm good. Don't worry. Hopefully, season 3, when it comes out, hopefully it gives any answers to any questions that I may or may not have, especially with what happens to Jinx at a certain point, because she just ended up during that moment where she was like falling with Vander's body, or Victor or whatever, she ends up like darting apparently in a different direction when I thought she was dead, but she's not, or she's most likely not, at the very least. That's just speculation, but hopefully we find out what happens to Jinx. Hopefully we figure out everything that's about to happen for this next season. The soundtrack also really good soundtrack. The couple songs that I really like, Sucker, it's a lot of good Got a lot of good tracks on that album. But yeah, so yeah, there's that. If you haven't watched Arcane yet, definitely go watch that. I'm also watching a show called Suits, which is just like a lawyer-based show. I recommend that too. It's actually very interesting. It runs for 9 seasons, and I think I'm on season 7 right now. Y'all should definitely go watch that if you haven't already. Next, I would like to talk about. This is completely a side tangent from everything else. I apologize if you have waited this long for me to talk about this, i.e. sincere. But I wanted to talk about the Fortnite event that me and my homies watched. So they had 4 people performing on there. It was Snoop Dogg, Eminem, and Ice Spice, and Juice WRLD at the end. For Snoop Dogg's part, there was he did a performance for Another Part of Me, which is a song that's coming out on his new album. I think he's having that album with Dr. Dre, so there's that album that's coming out soon. And then he obviously went back and did the Drop It Like It's Hot performance. He also like even did it with like his old school self as well. So I mean, if you're paying attention to the stuff that's going on Fortnite, you understand what I'm saying. And then afterwards, it transitioned over to Eminem doing the Monster song, and it alluded to the Godzilla event that's going to end up happening, because there was like helicopters circling around Eminem as he was rapping the song. And then it transitioned into Houdini, where there was a giant mech suit from one of the old seasons coming down and basically kind of fighting with Eminem the entire time. Throughout the song, he ends up like I guess his new version punches the mech, and it ends up being his old face, like the old Eminem. But the really cool thing about that was during the entire thing, there was really cool like graphics that came up, like a comic book strip or something like that. It was the way they did that was really cool. I feel like this season is very close to some of the other seasons on Fortnite when it comes to their really good performances. And then just a little funny thing that I decided to throw in there, the fact that they had like a little Tyler the Creator reference, because normally, you know how on at Tyler the Creator's things, he normally ends up like doing the little like one arm with one leg kicking and stuff like that. I don't really know how to describe it over audio, but like if you guys have seen Tyler the Creator doing like certain moves or something like that, you might know what I'm talking about. But yeah, that was really interesting. There was Ice Spice, who it was cool, you know, it existed for real. It was cool that Travis Scott's like entity kind of was there for one of the songs that Ice Spice has on Fortnite now. But yeah, like it was cool. I mean, I don't have really it was meh to me, honestly. And then Juice WRLD. That will be his final performance before he can rest. The thing that irritated me about the performance was the music was off key. Like the beat would be going at like normal BPM, but the problem, beats per minute, by the way. But the problem was like the lyrics were going at like 0.25 speed, or not 0.25, but 0.75 speed. Like it was completely off key, off time. And it just irritated me during the entire time when I was trying to enjoy the song where he was doing, I believe he did Lucid Dreams. That was the one where I was just like why did they do that? But his character model looked really good. They did him justice when it came to that. Another song that he ended up doing, which is a new one off of the new Post Hominous, I believe that's how you say it, album called Empty Out Your Pockets. That is now in my rotation. I really enjoy that song. His rapping is, as usual, good. The lyrics really good as well. Instrumental really good. Production on the song is really good, and the sound very, very good. So yeah, it's on my rotation right now, and from what I've heard from the album, it's pretty good. So I mean, if you guys want to go ahead and listen to that, I recommend going ahead. I just haven't taken my time to fully listen to it yet. Definitely seeing Juice WRLD at the end kind of brought some tears up about me a little bit, just because like it's Juice WRLD, man. Like that was definitely an artist that we all, or at least the people in my demographic, listen to a lot. Him passing away and having to go ahead and listen to all of this Post Hominous songs that he's dropping and stuff like that, or his label is dropping because they have a contract on him. Yeah, it's just like, it's kind of heart-wrenching a little bit, but it's okay though. That's how that was, and I believe it was pretty good. All right, So I have been talking to you guys now for I don't even know at this point. So I just want to thank every single person that has decided to listen to me ramble about Arcane, music I love, many other things. Now, I know that I have been super energetic this entire podcast, but I just want to mellow out a little bit and just let you guys know that hitting episode 10 is something that I was not expecting to do. Even though there's not many people watching, it's just something that's bringing me joy. And I thank you guys for listening. I really, really do thank you guys. I fully plan on doing this way more. But yeah, thank you so much for listening to the Zoom Out Podcast, episode 10 with Vaughn Baptiste. Next week, I will most likely be coming at y'all with talking about the Zoom Out, the Smino album. But until then, thank you so much for listening. Y'all have a fantastic night. Peace.